What it do, homies? We got some new Warhammer trailer. Let's go ahead, shut up, turn it up.
It is the 41st millennium. For more than 100 centuries, the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne of Earth. He is the master of mankind in the war between gods. And master of 1,000,000 worlds by the might of his inexhaustible armies. He is the carrion lord of the Imperium, for whom 1,000 souls are sacrificed every day, so his may continue to burn. He is a rotting carcass, writhing with power, sustained by forbidden marvels from the dark age of technology. To be alive in such times is to be one amongst untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. These are the tales of those times. Forget the power of technology and science, for so much has been forgotten, never to be relearned.
Necrons.
Forget the promise of progress and understanding. For in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. No peace amongst the stars.
Man.
Only an eternity of carnage and
Tyranids.
slaughter,
Tyranids, I'm remembering correctly.
and the laughter of thirsting gods. But the universe is a big place, and whatever happens, you will not be missed.
Unless you are the Emperor. You know what? I always wonder what's the reasoning for these. Okay, maybe that's what it is, to signify a new edition or whatnot. Because, it's not like they're pushing forward like a game or a DLC and everything. And the interesting thing about these Warhammer cinematics, and this might be the reason for creating these outside of signaling new editions, is obviously is to bring more fans. I believe I started reacting to a whole bunch of Warhammer cinematics. Matter of fact, there's a period in my time on this channel where I was reacting to a whole lot of Warhammer stuff, learning about the factions and learning about the chaos gods to warp, really diving into the lore. And there's just so much the stuff to kind of get into. So whenever I look at these cinematic trailers, I just start thinking immediately, like, what if, since this is made by, the official company, what if they just give you new information, right? New renders, new ideas of things that was once theories and didn't know what they actually look like. Now you know what it looks like. But Warhammer's been around for a long time. You know what I mean? So I imagine that almost, and you correct me if I'm wrong, well, almost every nook and cranny, for the most part, is figured out, right? Because of how long. But Warhammer's universe is vast. There's so much. so much information. You know what I mean? I won't even begin to tell you that I know everything there is to know. And it's definitely something that I need to be able to be continuously studying in order to keep it retained in my mind. But at least I was able to remember some of these factions, right? Anyways, gorgeous visuals as usual. And it just reminds me of that. If there's any type of fictional universe that I get teleported to, please, for the love of all that is holy, do not let it be Warhammer, right? Because like you said, it's all fight, it's all battle, it's all war. Even in the most peaceful of factions, maybe who would you say the most peaceful factions is? I don't know. The Salamanders, people say that the Salamanders, while they are not necessarily peaceful, they're a little bit more, they're less harmful, if I remember correctly, about the Salamanders faction or whatnot. But I would not want to be in this universe because it's just constant manipulation by the Chaos Gods and just constant war. And it just seems like an overall terrible place to be born into. But anyways, yo, let me know what y'all thought about this trailer. Dave's out.